how valuable did you say these figures were?
Very expensive.
Okay, well. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fromania, and welcome to the world's fanciest Lego recording studio. It's fancy because you're in it, and it's fancy because we have in front of us this epic Star Wars clone turbo tank.
AKA the coolest name for a Lego set ever.
AKA the dustiest, dirtiest Lego set that we own. This one's a little dirty, but this was an epic find that Micah picked up at Bricks and Minifigs. But before we dive into this clone turbo tank, I have an important question for you today, Micah.
Okay.
I need to know why the clone turbo tank went to school.
Why?
He wanted to get armed with knowledge. Would you guys laugh for me because he's not entertained by this one? This is not the best joke.
Armed with not because it's armed with weaponry. I get it.
Yeah. If I have to explain them, I'm losing.
I got it. No, I got it.
Every once in a while, we have a dud, and today, I was a dud. But this Lego set is not a dud. This is a set that Micah had been wanting. He'd been eyeballing. His little Star Wars eyes were set on this clone tank, turbo tank. I like turbos. Turbos are okay. Does that mean that it's turbocharged?
I don't know. I do not know.
I'm going to go with that. This supercar high-performance turbocharged tank that was released in 2016. When it came out, it was $109 new, 903 pieces. I'm going to guess that this was not $109 used.
Nope!
These only go up, and Micah snagged it on the low end because I think that this one's not going to drop anytime soon.
I sure hope not, because I spent a lot of money on it.
Micah, I know you saw this on the shelf at Bricks and Minifig. Couldn't wait to check it out. Was this one you were looking for and they had it? Or is this one that they had and then you had to have it?
It was one that had been in the back of my mind. It wasn't one I was looking for, but when I saw it, I had to have it. Like, it was one I had wanted. It was a lot of money, and especially to just buy off of eBay. But when I got to see it and hold it in my hands and roll it around and giggle like a 3-year-old,
Giggle like a little girl on Matterhorn?
No, that's Scream.
Scream. We do scream when we get good finds at Bricks and Minifig as well. Here's what we're known for. When we walk into Bricks and Minifig in our hometown and we see something we didn't expect, we... And now the staff at Bricks and Minifig will... when we walk in the door. So we're the family. It just catches our breath. Lego catches our breath. Let's dive into this set. You're done with our banter. Micah, tell me about...
Wait, I want to warn you about something first. Last time when you made mean Star Wars jokes, I only had 2 shooters. And here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's extra munitions in the side compartments. So you're hopeless.
I have never made a mean Star Wars joke. I've only made Trekkie jokes because Trekkie vehicles like this just fire me up and get me so excited for Captain Spock and the little blue guy. Micah, let's dive into the turbo tank here.
Please take me with you!
Let's dive into the turbo tank here. What minifigs came with this turbo tank?
You've got a Kashyyyk Scout Trooper, Commander Gree, Quinlan Voss, which is, I think it's only been in 2 sets, and this is a more expensive variant. Please forgive me, it's like Luminara Unduli. Don't think I said that right. And 2 battle droids, which are the most expensive of all the figures.
Roger.
No, they're not. They're not. That was not true. They're like $1 or $2 each.
I think we should build a droid army. Yeah. If they're $1 or $2 each, if we liquidated your minifig collection, we could wind up with 7,000 to 10,000 battle droids. Yeah. We could completely populate our neighborhood. And then, if we own all the battle droids, do we then drive the market price of battle droids?
Maybe, yes. And then we resell them for $10 each.
Life Pursuit.
And then we buy more figures and then sell them and buy more battle droids and jack the prices up again.
Life Pursuit, monopoly on battle droids. Of these minifigs, are these exclusive to this set?
Gree came in 2 sets, and he goes for like $30, so he's not exclusive, I'm pretty sure. But Unduli and Quinlan Voss, I pointed at the wrong people when I said that, are exclusive.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Who knows Star Trek now? Star Wars.
Wait, was that an actual accent? Did you?
And back to the minifigs.
And they pretty rare. I think Unduli's like 70 and Quinlan is like 50.
All right.
So they're pretty rare.
So they are driving the price of this set a little bit.
But they weren't the main draw. It was like when I got it and it was like, oh, that's a bonus. I get these 2 rare figures with it. I just wanted the tank.
This dust could be White House dust, you know.
Like from the actual White House?
Yeah. What if someone who was working in the White House had this turbo tank there and it was sitting around collecting White House dust, and this is presidential dust. So this could actually be worth way more than we think it is. Yeah, but we have no way to validate this. Yeah. But it really could be White House.
I'll list it on eBay for $10,000, possible White House dust.
Possible, yes. Buy at your own risk. So what drew you most when you saw this tank on the shelf?
The fact it's a tank. It's a tank, people. And it does this. And this.
You know, had I hit that walker with this tank, I would have found myself in big trouble. I've noticed that some panels open up on the sides.
Yep. And you can fit the walker in there, actually.
The walker fits right in the side.
And then
you can close it up.
Yep.
Neat and tidy. The front end opens up as well.
You can put a pilot in there. Oh, and
does he have controls?
Clips. And a coffee mug is in there, actually.
I am indeed glad that the turbo tank driver has a cup of coffee in here, because as he's driving, he would hate to pull forward over someone.
You're driving it wrong. It actually goes like this.
That's not true. There's no way. This has got to be the front.
No, it's tempting to think of it in like an AT-AT, like you said, and then edited the clip out. But it actually goes like this. But yeah, the AT-AT thing in your head really makes you want to put it the other way.
Yeah, this is tough to see that way. Let me call someone with the phones on the side here and talk to them about it. But I do see that it has headlights on the front. I just noticed that there's headlights, so that would make sense that it's driving this way. What it does not have is a turn signal. And I do not like people who do not use turn signals. And if this tank tries to make a turn without a turn signal, there's going to be problems in town. As you said, it has 6 different shooters on it. 2 of those are stud shooters on a little rotating cannon here on the back. Yep. And then you've got some fixed, what are these shooters called?
Spring-loaded shooters?
Spring-loaded shooters. And what are these? What's the Lego term for this? I call it a bullet.
I don't know the Lego. I think Lego would call them a projectile. Is like the.
Okay, if you know the Lego term for these, drop it in the comments below, because I'm curious to know what Lego calls this. And I could get on Google and find out the answer, but then I've got no reason to ask you to go into the comments below. So tell us what Lego calls these projectiles that can shoot your eye out. There's also a place for a gunner to stand at the top, little computer panel up top.
Well, actually it's like a scout, but yes, there is a gunner position. It needed more troopers to fill and staff it. So thankfully I got a lot of the Kashyyyk trooper battle packs when they were out.
Okay, so you used a curious word. You said staff the turbo tank. So that's what they're doing? They're staffing the turbo tank?
No, that was just the way I said it.
Okay.
Oh, fun fact, look at the tower. You can twist a gear in there and it actually pops up.
That is very cool. So is someone staffing the twister under there to turn it up too? So here's one of my favorite features on the turbo tank. And how valuable did you say these figures were?
Very expensive.
Okay, well, here's one of my favorite features. The wheels, have an articulation around them. And you might not be able to fully see this, but see how they kind of go up?
That's so much fun.
It's such a neat little feature where the turbo tank can literally climb and hover. I guess it's a hover tank. That was too much.
Too much.
That was too much. But it's got a really cool wheel articulation where each wheel is on its own little Technic pin down here. A couple of them, the center ones, have springs to give you a little bit more spring-loaded action. Because if you lean in the middle, you'll see how the inner wheels turn in and out. And that kind of helps the tank turn.
Oh, it's so fun.
So it's a super rollable set.
It just is so fun. I was working on building a Kashyyyk mock from where this would have been, and I gave up, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I started a little turbo tank with working.
So you started working on your own little setup here, and the wheels actually have the same function. I don't know if it's coming in on the camera here, but you have got them where they're doing the same type of function. And you were able to give up on that because now you have a legit turbo tank. That's cool. It kind of snakes.
And it breaks because I didn't even get to the point where I would be securing it together better.
Well, that is the Star Wars turbo tank, which is from what, let's call this educational Star Wars with Daddy moment. When in Star Wars storyline did this tank happen?
This one, I think, is based off of the Revenge of the Sith movie, given the...
Wait. You think? You don't even know?
No, you're going to have to let me finish. And because they also were in the Clone Wars animated series some. But I'm pretty sure this... No, it is, because this is the box art. It's in the Battle of Kashyyyk.
Very cool.
This is Revenge of the Sith, but these also appeared in the Clone Wars.
Very cool.
And I believe the Empire repurposed them, and you see one in Rogue One, but I could be wrong.
I'm going to say very cool for a third time. I keep saying very cool. Sadly, when you bought this, it did not come with box or instructions.
No, and I'm thinking about buying them, but they're pretty expensive. The box is I think it was
You're really going to buy the box?
I might, yeah.
There's a broken element on here.
I don't know if I did that, because I'm trying to remember if I remember it breaking once I got it home.
I feel like we could replace that pretty easily. Yeah. With used sets, oftentimes you will find broken or missing elements, and that's just part of...
The fascinating thing that happened with this one is we got it, and the previous owner had rebuilt the inside to have space to put figures instead of the little walker. They had changed the assembly of this turret to have a more... Oh my gosh. If we lose those... Because... Oh gosh. To make it look more accurate. And they had completely just removed the spring-loaded... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I sure hope I can find... we only have a couple of those. Oh my gosh!
Okay, I'm not touching the tank anymore.
I do it all the time.
Alright. The turbo tank is a super cool Star Wars edition. Glad it's in our collection. Micah, thanks for letting me insult and break it all in one shot, as well as devaluing some of your valuable minifigures. Thanks for hanging out with us. You know the drill. We need you to do something if you made it to this point in the video. And you think I'm going to say subscribe, and I am. I do want you to subscribe. I genuinely do. But we want you to go out there and give more, do more, share more, and love more. And remember, whatever you do, remember to always show your smile. Because it truly is... contagious.
Was that a real sneeze?
No, but it was well timed. He thought it was real. My joke failed in the beginning, so I redeemed it at the end.